Check. Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, so today I'm going to be making a demo for my portfolio. As you can see, this is a portfolio that I made by myself. Let's just check it out here for a sec. Consisting of about 19 pages, plus 4 projects from each subject, and also certificates and experience, and also epilogue. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So first of all, to open it up, I decided to make a cover for my portfolio. This design was inspired by a Pinterest design, but I'm sorry that I cannot remember the name of the designer, so I cannot bring up her name, but she was an Indonesian designer. So over here um, we have big text portfolio with my name Nova on it on 2026 edition, Nova's portfolio. And we also have the spine, which is like as usual, just the spine, a few text, which is basically just the header over here. I just rotated it and changed the length from each one. And then I have the back cover, which is just the head of the character that I made over here, this guy. Now let's go to what's actually inside it, the flow. So let's see. First of all, as most books start off, it starts off with the list of contents, which contains profile, IT, my IT lessons, my English projects, my linear project, my certificates, also my experiences. Let's go off of the profile. Still using the same design over here. It starts off with a few things I can do and then an introduction. Well, to keep it simple, my name is Shafi Rahman Nafis Hamza, but they can call me Nova. And then also there's my work experience here. But since I don't have work, it's mostly organization experience, which is becoming OSIS for 2 different divisions for 2 separate years. And then going off, we have my IT lesson, which I placed 4 of my favorite projects. The first one is a Galaxy Ranger, where we became a Galaxy Ranger and destroy all the asteroids that are coming to trying to kill you. After there's also Number Slayer, where you have to slay the numbers because the our number will become opposites of the number of the enemy's health. So if the enemy's health is 5, we have to attack with -5, and vice versa. But you can set your attack. That's what makes this game unique, and also it teaches kids to think fast on how do you play things. Next off, we have calculator, where I made on Cordula, where it could do a lot of things as you can imagine, it can do a lot of things. But then it also has a built-in feature where you can just set numbers for maybe a sphere, then it'll automatically give you the surface area and also the actual sphere automatically. You don't need to do more math while you manually place it in. And then going up to my favorite project, which is a PC setup. Well, this is not the best, but this was made in Spline, so it could have been better if it was made on Blender, but since it was made in Spline, it's not the best, but I will accept the finished product. Next up, we have my English lessons from 9th grade. First of all, from first one is giving opinion about policies regarding plastic bottles. Then it's lecturing about technology, how kids and teenagers should use technology for good instead of useless things. And then study and career plan, where I made a presentation of how I want my career to be, what my visions are for the next 5 and 10 years, and so on. And also speaking test where my teacher, Coach Laha, asked me a few questions or a lot using English, and I'm supposed to answer in English. It was a breeze, so it's not too hard. And about Vinya lessons, this is the poster Akeda, my first poster I've ever made, so it's still a bit crap using template from Canva. And then after that, we have mind mapping about prayer, about the 5 obligatory prayers. How do you do it? Why should you do it? Why you should? Any reasons for you to not do it, and so on. And then we also have Islamic stories about the murder of Umar bin Khattab and how it affected Muslim as a whole. And also poster adab about adab reading Quran. Next off, I have my certifications. This is a CSS certification coming from Skillful. Well, this certificate, I have a certification, but I'm not too focused on CSS, so this certificate you don't rely on me to do CSS stuff because this is on I only did this for the sake of doing my project. Then I have my experiences, which I placed for. I have Identity Internet International. where I teach three schools from three different countries, ranging from Malaysia to Thailand and Cambodia. And then we also have me winning second place on IT Fest competition on speech. And then also have LDKS where we went to the mountain. Also we have WET or Weekly English Talk where I talk with a foreigner. Well, not a foreigner to be exact, but a quite an interesting person who got scholarship on Malaysia and also lives in Thailand. An epilogue, which is basically this is the closing for everything that I've done in IDM, thanking teachers and everything. So I think that would be all for today's demo for this portfolio. My presentation is coming up soon, so stay tuned. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.